Hello, boys and girls. It's Della, the storyteller. I'm glad you're here with me today. I have my magical wand, so I am going to give you the power of leadership before we get started. The book I'm going to read today is called Author Turns Green. Author Turns Green, and the author name is Marc Brown. Are you ready? I am too. Arthur's class was working on the school garden when Mr. Radburn began to explain their next class project. Let's call it the Big Green Machine, he said. Your job is to find ways to make our planet a better place to live. Well, present all of your ideas at school family night. On the way home from school, Arthur and his friends talked about their projects. I'm thinking garbage, said Buster, because I love food. And when you don't eat food, it turns into garbage. So maybe I need to eat more. I'm going to sell all my clothes so other people can use them, said Muffy. Then I can buy new clothes. I like Muffy. I'm going to collect soda cans and return them for the deposit, said Binky. I can use the money to save polar bears. What's your project, Arthur? His friends asked. Arthur just smiled and said, You'll see. At home, Arthur walked around the house making notes and talking to himself. Why are you acting weirder than usual? Asked DW. DW is Arthur's sister. The big green machine was all Arthur said as he unplugged his mom's cell phone charger. After dinner, Arthur changed the light bulbs in 3 lamps to bulbs that save energy. At bedtime, he took the shortest shower ever and shut the water off while he brushed his teeth. Who know what he was doing? He was saving water. Then Arthur came in to say goodnight to DW and turned off the lights while she was still reading Fluffy, the very special unicorn. You know she was mad. The next day, Arthur and his friends stayed after school to work on their projects. Is that a picture of your house? Said Buster. Yes, said Arthur. I found things I can do to save energy in almost every room. Arthur was late for dinner. You owe me big time, said DW. I had to set the table and that's your job. Sorry, said Arthur. I had to deal with the big green machine at school. Then DW noticed Arthur's green hands. That's machine is turning Arthur green, she thought. At bedtime, DW found lots of new plants in her room. She heard odd noises coming from the garage. I wonder who could that be? A shadowy figure was sneaking through the yard. Things are getting really creepy around here, she thought. Who knows who that is? The next morning at preschool, DW worried about Arthur. There's a big machine that's turning my brother green, DW told her friends. You're making that up, said Tommy and Timmy. Am not, said DW. Come over to my house after school and see for yourselves. Later that afternoon, Buster helped Arthur and his dad work in the garden. You have a real green thumb, Arthur, said Dad. Me too, joked Buster. I'm still green from working on our projects. Wow, said Tommy. Arthur really is turning green. Look, said Timmy. So is Buster. Somehow this big green machine turns everyone green, said DW. At dinner, Arthur set the table with cloth napkins instead of paper ones. When his family was finished eating, he checked his watch. "Time to go," he said. "Go where?" asked DW. "Dad's helping us with the big green machine at school," Arthur explained. "See you later, alligator," said Dad. "Oh no," thought DW, "not Dad too." That night, DW dreamed about a big green machine that ran around turning everyone green. Then it started chasing her. She woke up just in time. I think she was having a nightmare. When she went down for breakfast, DW gasped. "Dad's hands were green too." "Tonight is family night at school," said Arthur. "I'll show you how we can have the big green machine right here at home." "I can't go," declared DW. "I feel sick. I feel real sick." But DW didn't have a temperature, so that night the whole family went to Arthur's school. Just before they went in, DW suddenly grabbed Arthur's arm. "Help me," cried DW. "I don't want the big green machine to turn me green too." "It's not what you think," said Arthur. "Follow me." The big green machine is just the name of our class project. It's about all the things we can do to save the planet, said Arthur. "Oh, well, why didn't you just say so?" said DW. Then DW read Arthur's poster out loud. You see his poster? Turn your house green. Find a way to reuse things rather than throw them away. Turn off your computer at night and use the sleep mode when not in use. Unplug cell phone chargers when not in use. Turn off lights when no one needs them. Turn off the water when brushing your teeth. Take short showers and turn off the water while soaping. Use fluorescent light bulbs. Walk, carpool, ride your bike, or take a bus to school, and use cloth napkins instead of paper ones. That is how Arthur made his house green. Back at home, Dad made ice cream sundaes. Then it was time for bed. Arthur and DW turned off the water while they brushed their teeth. Good job. "It's so funny that you thought the big green machine was turning everyone green," Arthur laughed. "Yeah, that was pretty funny," agreed DW. Suddenly, everything went dark. "Hey," said Arthur, "who turned off the lights?" "I did," said DW with a giggle. "Looks like I'm turning green too." Arthur turns green. I hope you enjoyed that. And because you sat there so quietly, I'm going to give you a little leadership power. There you go. Have a good afternoon and a pleasant week. Remember, reading is lit.